go ahead, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, put in your comments. Thank you. Will Mikel Arteta win the Premier League finally for Arsenal Football Club? It's been 3 years in a row that Arsenal Football Club has finished second position in the Premier League. So the big question would be, would Arteta's job be on the line if he doesn't finally get over the hump and win the English Premier League for Arsenal? This is the Arsenal preview for the 2025-2026 English Premier League season on CT Dice Sports, and I can't wait to get into it for Arsenal. That is the biggest question for Arsenal fans this year. They are doing a lot of things to actually bolster their team and be a whole lot better, but is it good enough? So we're going to be actually looking at a few things from Arsenal. What can we actually say? From last season, Arsenal finished second position, third time in a row that they've finished second position. So I don't know if their fans are super excited about that, but that keeps them very competitive in the English Premier League. But now they got to go over the hump and win the league. The last 2 times before last season, it was Man City winning the league. Last year, Liverpool winning the league. Can Arsenal get above these teams and win the English Premier League for the first time in several years? Almost since the times of Sir Alex Wenger, when they actually went unbeaten for the full season. Arsenal, coming from last season, was the best defensive team in the English Premier League, conceding only 34 goals. So they have been playing outstanding defense, Gabriel and Saliba being the main focal points for a tight and stingy Arsenal defense. Also, they did qualify for the Champions League by coming second position, finishing with 74 points last season. They did have a very strong defensive year. Looking back to last season, Bukayo Saka was fantastic again, had 20 goals and 16 assists across 45 games in all competitions last year, being the first player since Alexis Sanchez to actually achieve such a feat for Arsenal. Leandro Trossard will be counted out heavily as well. He did score 15 goals and 3 assists in 48 appearances. One of the more consistent and present players all season for Arsenal. Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, fantastic season, 6 goals, 12 assists for Declan Rice, and 12 assists as well for Martin Odegaard, with 5 goals for Martin Odegaard. So we're going to see how is Arsenal preparing for the 2025-2026 season. So I'm going to go through the transfer so far. We still have the transfer window open. The English Premier League starts August 2025 for this season. So there's still a lot of time till the end of the transfer window in September for players to actually come in and out. For Arsenal transfers in, the big story is they got their striker, Victor Gyokeres, from Sporting for about over 65 million plus add-ons, 65 million euros plus add-ons for Victor Gyokeres. So they now have their striker, the guy that's supposed to bang in the goals for Arsenal this season. Last year, we all know the storyline, Merino covering in for top 9 for Arsenal. You also had Havertz also playing as a false 9. So top 9, Gabriel Jesus came in there, but they really needed a guy that can bang in 20 or more goals consistently. 20 goals would be the minimum you'll be expecting from your top 9. I'm guessing all competitions, the Premier League get 20 goals, that would be great as well. Other transfers in for Arsenal Football Club, they got Kepa Arrizabalaga from Chelsea to be the backup goalkeeper for 5 million euros. Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad for about 51 plus add-ons, million euros as well, coming to fill in for the now departed from Arsenal, Thomas Partey as well. Christian Nogard also coming in from Brentford for about 10 to 12 million euros as well for Arsenal. Noni Madueke, about 48 million euros as well, coming from Chelsea for Arsenal, coming in as a winger. He should be competing for a spot with Gabriel Martinelli and spare Bukayo Saka if he needs to actually get a rest on the right-hand side as well. Christian Mosquera coming in from Valencia, a centre-back, probably backing up Gabriel and William Saliba as well. For major departures from Arsenal, they do have a lot of departures. The most significant one would be Thomas Partey, that is actually no longer with the team. Kieran Tierney, and Takehiro Tomiyasu also released or free transfers or contracts expired. Arsenal, Jorginho also on a free transfer contract expired to Flamengo. You got Marquinhos, Cruzeiro, gone Nuno Tavares, gone to Lazio, Aaron Ramsdale to Southampton, Eddie Nketiah to Crystal Palace, Emil Smith-Rowe to Fulham. So you got Emil Smith-Rowe to Fulham for about 27 million plus 7 million in add-ons. Eddie Nketiah to Crystal Palace for about 25 million plus 5 million in add-ons euros as well. Aaron Ramsdale, Southampton, 18 million euros. So they did do some good business selling players this season for Arsenal. Let's now get into what are we looking forward for Arsenal Football Club in 2025-2026 season. The most important thing that I would say we'll be looking forward to here would be how this team stays consistent over the course of the full season. 3 years in a row, second position. You need to find a way to get ahead and the first position and hold on to it. You don't want to be chasing the league. You don't want to get under pressure. Arteta at this point must be feeling some pressure. Also importantly, Victor Gyokeres has to start off great. If I am the coach here, you want to set up as many opportunities for confidence for your new big striker to make sure he doesn't have this early lack of confidence. You know, a lot of players have come into the Premier League. You think of players like Shevchenko, recently you got Nicholas Jackson. There are several strikers. It's very easy for you to lose your confidence in the Premier League if you don't get these goals. Gyokeres, being in the Premier League before, when he was much younger with Brighton, would have a better idea of how to prepare for the English Premier League. But at the same time, you want to get your big center forward going. So that would be a very interesting storyline to look out to see how his confidence and how he gets integrated quickly into this team. You also, if you're Arsenal, want to maintain your defensive record. There's nothing wrong with being the best defensive team in the Premier League. Keep doing that. If you can actually keep doing that, that's a thing. Less reliance, Arsenal Football Club, on set pieces. They are absolutely fantastic at it, but I think for me, at some point in the season last year, they relied too much on getting goals from set pieces, play the ball out a little bit, get more goals, secure those victories to actually get yourself at the top of the table. I think Arsenal is going to be just as good, pretty good, playing with a whole lot of pressure in terms of trying to win the English Premier League for the first time in a while. So we'll be looking at what Mikel Arteta does here. They are projected to be one of the top 3 teams in the English Premier League, like co-favorites, with Liverpool being a slight favorite ahead of both Arsenal and Manchester City. But Arsenal at some point needs to break through and become a first place team in the English Premier League for the Arteta work, which has been fantastic work if you ask me. I know there are critics of Arteta out there, but he has done a fantastic job of getting this Arsenal team to where they currently are, and just one step, one ladder up to being the English Premier League champion. So can't wait, see what Arsenal is going to do this season as well. They got fantastic player, Bukayo Saka. Leandro Trossard was very important to them last year. You got Victor Gyokeres coming in to be an important player. Their midfield was really good last year. They lose Thomas Partey. So watching how Zubimendi and Christian Nogard from Brentford fills in that midfield role with Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard would be very interesting. Their defense is fantastic with Gabriel and Saliba manning the center of that defense. Arsenal seems poised to be a really fantastic defensive team this year. They got to put it on the field, get over the hump, get over Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Manchester United, Tottenham, and all those other teams to become English Premier League champions. So can't wait for the Premier League to start August 15th. Your Arsenal preview. That's what you need to know. That's the transfers so far. If any new transfers do come in as they're targeting, that also could happen between now and the end of the transfer window. But for Arsenal Football Club, big storyline, get over the hump to first position in the English Premier League. So that will be the preview for Arsenal as well. If you like the content, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it, and hit that notification button as well. My name is CT Dice. Peace.